Hello everyone, my name is Mad Scorpion and I am back with another video today about the development update that Bungie's development team has so graciously granted us. It has a lot of juicy good details that I would like to share just because they're details that are worth being heard, because there are good news for the future of Destiny. And continuing on, it starts as this. Hey everyone, my name is Joe Blackburn and I'm the System Game Director on Destiny 2. If your free time looks anything like mine, you've been spending a lot of it on Europa over the past few weeks. Some of you may know me from my previous Bungie life when I worked with the raid team and on Season of Opulence. I am back thanks to a revive from Luke and team as we work together to create a Destiny 2 future that we are all excited about. Today I wanted to spend some time with you on a subject that is near and dear to every Destiny 2 player's heart: rewards. There's a thing I ask a lot around the virtual office: how are we making every season the best time to jump back into Destiny? Destiny is a very large and complex game, and with this, it is also what makes the game we love. I think I just screwed up that word. We want Destiny 2 to continue to evolve, to be a world with momentum. Introducing Infusion Caps is part of addressing this, a way to make sure that the overall number of rewards Guardians need to care about in order to be competitive in Destiny isn't prohibitive. It is also a way to continue evolving each season's meta, while at the same time making sure players still have a ton of options when choosing what they want to bring into the next challenge. Our goal from the beginning with Infusion Caps is to improve and keep Destiny 2 fresh over time. What we're most looking forward to is how this system will introduce innovation into the season over season meta, how creative builds from the community will shine, and how we continue to deliver more unique handicraft gear that aligns with the world narrative and where the universe is going. While we are still hard at work on improvements to how we rotate gear out of the Destiny power ecosystem, parentheses what gear you can infuse to max power, there will be a few clear-cut misses with our first rollout. Initial reward pool with this release was just too small, and it is frustrating to be playing Destiny and see another player use a weapon that is no longer obtainable in-game. A lot of the old season weapons from before Season of Worthy, for example. I'm going to spend a lot of time talking rewards, but before we deep dive, let's go get to the TLDR out there. There are big commitments we're making today. With each season in Year 4, Destiny 2 will grow the overall power ecosystem for weapons. With very few exceptions, all weapons you can take to power cap should still be earnable in-game, and future annual releases will contain more new weapons to collect than Beyond Light or Shadowkeep. That is good news. So, I'm not sure if anyone does this, but personally, just because the raid recommendation is all the new slug shotguns that are still earnable, what I use for the raid is actually my role on a trophy hunter, which is, as you can see on screen now, a triple tap Vorpal weapon with an extended mag, and this has kept me on the top damage spot for my team while everyone else is using slug shotguns, but I also do pair it with Anarchy. That is my personal go, and I would recommend it for other people, but because obviously it's Trophy Hunter, it was only available during the Season of Dawn Battle Pass. So as much as I'd love to recommend this, I can't wholeheartedly do it considering that no one else has access to it. So the idea that was just introduced, that with very few exceptions, all weapons that you can take with you during the season should still be earnable in-game, is very, very good. Because then, they recently atoned for this with Season of the Worthy and Season of Arrival's weapons being added to the Legendary Loot Pool. But if they were to keep to this and did this now, we would also have all the weapons from Season of Dawn. Shadowkeep would still be gone, but we'd keep all the weapons from Season of Dawn, which is all the Saint 14, the Pyroclastic Flow, the Trophy Hunter, and a bunch of other weapons that all came to us from Season of Dawn. So moving forward, that change is going to be very handy for the people complaining that there aren't enough weapons to be using right now. Then again, it is the first try, so we have to give Bungie their due doubts and understand that this is the first try and they'll be adjusting for it. Moving on, growing the power ecosystem. With Beyond Light, we took on the huge challenge of rebuilding our technology from the ground up. One of the benefits of this was improving the speeds with which we can make and update Destiny. You've already seen some of those gains since launch, with updates such as buffing the legendary engram coming in much faster than we've been able to do in the past. But Season 13 will be here in just a couple of months, very soon in the world of Destiny development, so let's talk about how we are continuing to leverage our technology to act with agility. Season 13 is the first glance for us to prove our commitment to growing the overall power ecosystem, with each release in Year 4. We want to make sure that with each new season, there are more weapons to take with you to tackle Nightfall Ordeal or Master Bunker E15 than there were before. While I won't be spoiling what new stuff you'll be able to chase in our next season, I did want to touch on a few changes we've made to reward offerings specifically based on what we've seen Beyond Light. In Season 13, we're adding 6 new legendary weapons to our ritual activities, 2 each from Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. In addition to weapons above, Nightfall Strikes will be getting 3 unique weapons, with the Palindrome, the Swarm, and the Shadow Price making their Destiny 2 debuts. If you're brave enough to take on Grandmaster Nightfall, you'll be able to earn Adept version of these weapons. So this is what Sunsetting should have been for, in the form of new Ritual and Adept weapons, and basically, eventually the return of Pinnacle weapons. Everyone got salty when they stopped making Pinnacle weapons because of the fact that, obviously, the whole community complained, and people were complaining about how they couldn't get Mountaintop, and people with Mountaintop were complaining that they were taking it away. This is what Sunsetting was for. Now that Sunsetting is here, any new ritual weapons that come by and are super OP, they will only be around for so long in current metas. So the introduction of old weapons in the form of Pinnacles is great, because the Palindrome, the Swarm, the Shadow Price, all making their Destiny 2 debuts, they were all fantastic weapons back in D1. So this is good news. This is what Sunsetting was about, because now we can get our ritual weapons back more regularly. Moving forward, keeping current. Season 13 not only represents the start of our commitment to growing the power ecosystem, but it is also an opportunity to... Oh wait, did I just read this? No, I didn't. I just had to derp because it sounded familiar. New Guardians are essential to the health of our community, and as with our investment in features like the new light introduction on the Cosmodrome, we must also invest in making sure the reward structure of Destiny 2 is approachable to everyone. In a recent patch, we added the Season 10 and Season 11 weapons to the World Drop pool, and we removed the Season 9 weapons. This was important for a few reasons. We wanted to make sure that players have a way to earn all power-relevant weaponry in the live game. If a group of new Guardians is just getting into Grandmaster Nightfall and they see guides on YouTube involving Warmind cells, we need to provide a path for them to participate. And that's exactly why. I'm planning on making a weapons, like my weapons and recommendations for Deepstone Crypt, but like I just said, I would recommend my Trophy Hunter, but no one can get it, so while I think it is an amazing option, I can't wholeheartedly recommend it for other people, because I doubt anyone else actually kept the God roll that we were told to back during those Season of Dawns. At the same time, we don't want to be clogging up the reward streams with weapons that are about to exit the power ecosystem, so anything that's only going to be around for a few more months shouldn't be something a player can accidentally obtain. In Season 13, we will continue to allow all players to gain Season 11 and 12 weapons in the World Drop pool, while Season 10 weapons will be obtainable through a more prescriptive source. Excuse me. This means that Legendary Engrams will no longer reward these soon-to-expire weapons. If you want to chase a specific piece of soon-to-be-capped loot, you'll find it with the Gunsmith. This is all part of our larger commitment to making sure that players can always earn anything they might need to take on challenging activities. That said, this will require a few exceptions and some updates to the live game. As far as exceptions, we don't plan on adding methods for player to acquire holiday weapons like the Bright Tech Werewolf outside of participating in these yearly celebrations. For updates, this does mean Season 13 will be adding limited time weapon quests like Felwinter's Lie, Whisper of the Worm, and Outbreak Perfected into the exotic kiosk in the tower. So all of my friends who didn't play during Season of the Worthy and didn't get Felwinter's Lie, you can stop complaining about it, because now you're going to be able to get it. Next season though. So, moving forward with that. Quantity and quality. I said those backwards. After covering things we'd like to change, I want to spend some time talking about what must stay the same. Destiny is a game built on exciting rewards. From Bastion to Ikelos SMG version 1.02 to Fallen Guillotine, the rewards over the last 12 months have continued to evolve the way Guardians play the game. And Beyond Light, I believe the rewards team nailed it again with incredible new legendary perks like Recombination, Thresh, Chain Reaction, and Reconstruction. Alongside these perks came what I believe is one of the best lineups of exotic weaponry and armor in Destiny history. But we succeeded in quality, we failed in quantity. Even as Season 12, the Deepstone Crypt, and the full breadth of Europa weapons came online, the total number of weapons in Beyond Light is lower than we want. So we want to make the commitment now that our future annual releases will have more weapons than Beyond Light or Shadowkeep. There's no way for us to make more rewards at Destiny standards and still maintain the health of our current team. Therefore, we're going to reinforce the rewards team with more talent that will allow us to deliver quantity and quality in the future. Molding someone new into a Master Destiny gunsmith takes time. This isn't going to be a change the community will feel next week, but it does put our best foot forward as we step towards the Witch King and Nightfall. Now, this is the thing the Destiny community needs to pay attention to, because as much as they complain, like Destiny could have launched Beyond Light and next week they could have started talking about the fact that there's not much loot or there's not many things to go after, that is not something that can be solved within the next few moments. They've already been, by the time Beyond Light came out, they've been developing Season 13 and storyboarding Season 14 just so they can keep their schedule at this point. And if an issue comes out, they're not going to be able to just fix it like that. They need time to actually develop and make these fixes we've been so desiring. So with that idea moving forward, preheating the oven. Increasing the rewards team size is one of our long-term initiatives, but is the only upgrade to our gear rotation plan that we want to get into the oven. We envision a better solution for how armor intersects with Infusion Caps. The personality of armor comes from mods right now. So gaining a new piece of armor often means just trying to find a piece of armor that replicates the stat allocation you already have on a piece in your vault. While we are not ready to talk concretely about armor plans right now, we want to get more gameplay novelty on armor itself so that looting a piece of armor in a new season has the potential to change the way you play. Expect to hear more about armor and other holistic upgrades to the way gear rotates in and out of this power ecosystem as we harden plans in every new year. In the next year, we'll be here before you know it. A big chunk of that team will be taking some hard-earned time off to rest and relax ahead of coming back to the studio and diving into 2021. We have a lot of work to do, and while I'm looking forward to the break, I also can't wait to get to work on some of the huge stuff we've got coming in the new year. Without spoiling too much, here's a brief teaser of some of the things that is on their way in Destiny 2 Year 4. Transmog will be available 2 seasons from now in Season 14. With more details to come, see work in progress screen captures below. I will include those. Note, not final, may change. DDoS protection for Destiny 2 players on all consoles will be coming next season. Good news for all of us Crucible tryhards out there. The Vault of Glass raid returns, one good part, and Crossplay coming in 2021. You hear that, people? Crossplay, I just got kicked back to orbit, I'll just leave it there. Crossplay is coming to Destiny 2 2021. They did not give us an official date, but we can expect it before Year 5, hopefully. So that is very good news indeed. As well, 2 Fallen Strikes, Saber 2, I suppose it's just going with Saber, just because it might not be Saber 2 anymore, and Devil's Lair are coming to Destiny 2 in Season 13. So we're expanding more of our faithful Cosmodrome back to as it was, as well as Legendary and Master Nightfall sector rotation will be expanded to include Lost Sectors in the Moon on Season 13. There will also be 3 new exotic pieces of armor to chase, I'm assuming specific to those Lost Sectors. Now, here are the screenshots of the various transmog and augments, and you can see as you just generally, the left side you see ornaments chosen, you see all the shaders applied to each one, the various ornaments, or I suppose the left side is the actual armor, the middle there is the shaders you apply to each armor, and the right is the actual ornament you have applied. As well as the next one where it shows a little bit more in depth, where it shows shadering specifically that piece of armor and various other things. We'll have, obviously this is teaser frames, but we'll learn more in the future of Destiny. Now, wrapping up, returning to orbit. Now that I've ranted longer than a raid leader on Valcoor, let's wrap things up. 2020 has been a hard year for so many folks out there, and I hope Beyond Light was able to bring a bright spot over the past couple of weeks. Playing Destiny 2 alongside you helps keep us going. We're going to keep our ears and eyes open for more feedback as we continue towards 2021. I hope your holiday treats you well, and I can't wait to share more Destiny with you in the new year. Thank you for the time, from Joe. Thank you very much, Joe. So, to wrap things up, that dev update is a great one, considering how much we actually know to expect in the coming year. They didn't give us dates, but we know to be ready and waiting. They gave us Season 13 for the new strikes in the Cosmodrome. They gave us a year for Crossplay, a expected season for Transmog, and we have a lot of great stuff to wait for as a Destiny community. So with that, My name is Mad Scorpion. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe. It would be heavily appreciated. And I will see you in the next video where me and my Canadian friends of mine will be going after Hawkmoon and telling you how to do that too. And I will see you then.